Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Greg Furman, market analyst here at TraderPlanet.com, and these are the market positions for April the 5th, 2011. Now to get started today, our first trade, we're going to be looking at the currency ETFs, specifically the UUP, the US dollar bull fund. Now what I'm seeing here is much like in the Forex weekly outlook is we can see that we've got the predicted true strength indicator, the predicted MACD. We're in heavily oversold territory, but we do have a buy signal forming. Now our key level here is 2185. We've closed at 2177, but you can see how all these predicted moving averages are beginning to stack on top of each other. Now when we see signs like this, that's usually suggests that a trend reversal is very, very close. So what we're going to be doing is looking for a minor pullback on this fund and then looking to get in. Now day traders, we're going to be looking at probably the 22 area, but your medium to longer term traders, they're going to be looking for the 22 to $23 range on this particular ETF. So we've got a pretty decent, potentially a pretty decent move forming here. Now let's go in and have a look at the predicted excuse me, the Vantage Point predicted high and predicted low. First, we're going to look at the closing prices. We can see here 2183, 2179, and then the last 2 days in a row, we've closed at exactly the same price, 2177. So again, another warning sign that the downward momentum on the dollar is losing strength. So for tomorrow, we have 2169, 2182. Much like this, again, after you have 5 straight days up in the neural index, we've got 4 straight down days. That suggests that tomorrow potentially could be that turning point we're looking for. So for now, 2169, 2170 area, that's where we're looking to get in to our buy positions. Now for you traders out there that don't want the exposure to the currency futures or directly to the spot Forex market, this potentially is a very good alternative investment, and again, it's much slower moving, unlike the Forex and the currency futures. So we'll be looking for a move starting on that. Now looking at our main crossovers here, we can see that our short-term crossover is still to the downside. That's going to allow us to buy into this position. Our medium-term crossover is still pretty much sitting flat, as is our long-term crossover. Now looking at our using the Vantage Point predicted high-low break, you can see that out of all of these days, the high-low break is to the high side. Again, another warning sign of a potential bullish move forming. Now our predicted short, medium, and long-term differences again are all sitting flat. So we're essentially in a holding pattern here. We're waiting for this thing to break out, and it appears that that breakout is going to be to the top side. So make sure we're all looking at that one tomorrow. Now that's our first trade for tomorrow. Now our second trade is going to be again in the rough rice contracts, specifically the May contracts. Now what we can see is happening right now, we have our predicted MACD and our predicted true strength indicator crossing the trigger. Our predicted short, medium, and long-term differences are very mixed, but you can see again we've closed at 1391, we have 1390, 1388, and 1388.6 is our Vantage Point 3 predicted moving averages. So it looks like we're getting ready for a move to the upside. Now again, we're waiting patiently here. Our range today was 1379 and a high of 1408, so we're going to be looking for a very similar pattern on this tomorrow. Now looking at our main crossovers here from Vantage Point, our short term is mixed, our medium term is slightly to the downside, but our long term is still pointing up. So we're basically running off that medium to longer term signal. That's the one we're watching for here. Now from there, once we've identified that we want to stay long on these rough rice contracts, we're going to start looking for, again, our narrow down the entry point. Now again, even though we didn't have a big day in these contracts, we've still closed at 1391, which is higher than Friday. So again, another positive sign. Now looking at our low for tomorrow, we have 1381.60, 1411. So again, the neural index is pointing up. So we're looking for only a very minor pullback from the open to the 1381, 1382 area to get into those buy positions. And then again, we'll be looking for a move even higher tomorrow, potentially to the 1411 area. Now again, Vantage Point recommended or suggested that it was going to be 1359 for a low today, and you can see that the low here, I'm just going to bring this up so everybody can see this. the low was only 13.79. Again, a bullish sign. So if I bring this back to my main chart and I bring up my predicted high-low break on this, I'm looking here to see exactly, sorry, I'm just going to bring this down to a 3-month time frame so everybody can get a clear picture of what's happening here. We're basically working inside the vantage point predicted high and predicted low very accurately, I might add. So we've gone up for 5 or 6 straight days. It's natural for this thing to retrace. So for tomorrow, a minor pullback, and we're going to use that to get back into our buy positions. So those are the market positions for April the 5th, 2011. And again, my name is Greg Furman, market analyst here at TraderPlanet.com.